Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Okay. Hopefully I am in frame here. I didn't write down a script. I don't really know what I'm going to say. But I just wanted to give you all a update on my life in the past. Well, my 2020 life, which is probably, it's been crazy for reasons that everyone knows. And my life hasn't been the only one that's just been absolutely insane since 2020 started. But this is I just wanted to update you all and let you all know that I miss you all a lot. I miss the Friday Night Lives. I miss the Misfit family. I miss sharing with you all my journey. I miss making videos. I don't miss editing them, but I miss making them. And I've loved making music over this time, quarantine time, and also before that, before COVID-19 hit, and among everything else that's been happening. It's been tough because I was bartending and then I got laid off because of COVID-19, and that was very intensely stressful. And I remember I had to make there was this moment where I said, I could either add on to the stress of everything that was already going on. I mean, I stopped doing YouTube videos because of the amount of stress that was in my life. And yeah, I had this moment where I was like, I could either add to it or I could decide that, and I could just trust that whatever is going to happen, it's going to be okay. And I decided to take that route. Music was there to distract me, but also I just got enveloped in music. I've made so much music. I haven't released any of it yet, but I have made a lot of music, and I am excited to release it when that happens. Also, when my voice comes back, it's gone now. That's probably stress related as well. But let me back up a little bit and just share kind of why I decided to take a break in the first place. There was already so much stress from a lot of different things that was happening and going on in my life, having to do with my health, with Lyme disease, and it's a very interesting story, interesting perspective to share with people, how COVID-19 has affected me as a immunocompromised person. That's a whole separate story on its own. I'm very opinionated about all of it. But there was that going on. There was just a lot of different things personally in my life, with relationships, with money and finances, and with different situations that was going on in my life. And I thought I knew how to push through the stress with all of it, with everything. And I mean, the biggest stresses were definitely finances and health. And of course, COVID-19 didn't help that at all, help out that stress. So all of that building up, I thought I knew how to handle the stress. And I should have listened to my body better and sooner. I'm the type of person in relationships where I'm like, I know, I feel like I have a grasp on what I believe love is. And so if I say that, if I make this commitment to you, I'm gonna make it and do whatever I can to keep that promise of I love you. And that has backfired a number of times, because I don't know where to quit and where to stop. And so then it becomes this I'm giving something away that I don't have any of myself. And then I just felt trapped. And a couple of years ago, that's when the panic attacks really started happening. And I should have listened to my body then, like, hey, slow down, take some time for yourself, just stop, just sit. And that is when I started meditating. And then a year or so later, started stressing out about finances and money. And I was like, I'll figure it out. I'll work harder. I will work longer. I'll get less sleep. I'll figure it out. I'll be fine. And that's when stuff started happening with my gut. And I woke up one morning and I thought I had appendicitis. And that has happened multiple times since. And I didn't have appendicitis. It was just stress related. And still, I continued to not listen to my body that was telling me to slow down and just stop. That's when I took the trip last year to California and was like, this is the start of a new beginning. This is great. And I got back home and everything just got a whole lot worse. Still wasn't listening to my body. And that is when my hair started to fall out from stress. Trust me, I've double checked many times. Both of my grandparents, both of my granddads died with full heads of hair. And my mom has a thick head of hair. My dad has a thick head of hair. I'm like, is this hereditary? Am I just losing hair? And it's not. It was stress related, and it just kept falling out by the clumps in the shower. And it was just this reminder every day of how I don't know how to control this. I don't know how to stop this. So I had to make some serious changes, because I had not been listening to my body. I hadn't been listening to my health and what I needed. And so I was like, I gotta step back from everything. And so I stepped back from a lot, and that's when I started to just work, started to feel somewhat better. Then COVID-19 hit, and it was just, I wanted so many times to start this back up again. And I immediately, it was just like my body, my head, my heart was just saying no. It was just this wall that I was hitting. I even said that I would still be doing the podcast, and every time it was like I planned to do a podcast, it was just like, nope, I can't. There was something that it was just my body, everything in me was like, slow down, stop. And especially for the when COVID-19 happened and all that. And then that was stressful in itself. And then in America, the Black Lives Matter movement, and the murder, killing, George Floyd, and everything that, all that, I mean, people probably even have, some people even have trouble with what I just said, a murder or killing of George Floyd. It's like the politics took a whole different level, and I had to get off social media, stressing out again. And it was just, it's been unbelievably tough, but also I am so glad that it's all happened, because the amount of learning and growth that I feel like I've done, and this time being away from YouTube is astronomical. I mean, I've learned so much about self-love, about relationships, about I meditated more. I picked up yoga. So that was random, but that was another stress reliever for me, and just learning to love myself even more. And there was some dark points, and still dark points of depression here and there. Kind of coming out of it now, starting to. But this on this channel, I say all this because I want to share with you all my journey, right? And so often for myself, even, it's like we only share the parts of our journey that we feel like are done with and we feel like we can put behind us, and then we tell the story of the past. We don't ever tell what's happening in the present moment and where our lives actually are. And so I'm still not out of the stress and anxiety, depression, everything that's happening. But I'm learning so much, and I know that I need to be open, need to open up about it, and I want to share with you all, where I'm at, and that I do miss YouTube, and that I do want to come back to it, and that I do plan on coming back to it when the time is right. And the time just hasn't been right yet, and I feel more and more that the time is coming for me to get back on YouTube. And I can't wait for that time to happen. I'm so excited for it. And I feel like the time is soon. And so I'm doing a lot better. My health is a bit better from my last doctor's appointment, though I'm still not through it. I'm kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, but I still got a long way to go. So I would love to share with you all everything that I've learned, everything that I've been doing during my time in quarantine, and even just thinking differently throughout quarantine of how to better capture my life on YouTube and how to better communicate with you all the things that I'm learning. And I'm very excited to get back when that time will be and share with you all everything that I've been studying theologically, philosophically, even with mindfulness and meditation and lucid dreaming, everything that I've been doing and studying and learning with relationships and all of it, and to share hope with you all. And so all of this to say, I wanted to give you all an update, and I miss you all so much. I can't wait to get back officially, but something you all can do to help me out with it all, to coming back to YouTube. I'm filming on my iPhone right now. Everything I've put up on YouTube, everything has been done on my iPhone, and I'm over it. I'm so over it. The stress of filming on an iPhone is ridiculous. I mean, I take notes on my iPhone. I do outlines on my iPhone, and when I hit record, I can't look at any of it because I'm using my phone to do it. The battery runs out, the memory runs out, and then when that happens, the battery dies, and I don't have a phone. I need a camera, and I would so much stress would be taken away from YouTube if I had a camera, and it would just feel so much easier. So what I've done is I've started a GoFundMe, and if you can help me out, great. If not, that's okay too. I'm saving up for a camera that I'll be able to use, but if you'd like to help me out, if you would like to see me back on YouTube sooner, there's a GoFundMe in the description. Click on it, donate, give what you can if you want. If you want to see this channel come back to life, full force, and I would be forever grateful for you in helping me in that way. And so thank you all for sticking with me. If you're watching this, if you're still with me, and I can't wait to see you all soon. And lastly, very lastly, I have read all of the comments on my videos saying goodbye for now, and I want to thank you all so much, every single one of you who commented on that video with all of your love and support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. At that time, I didn't even have the strength to reply, but just know I wanted to, but I just couldn't. I couldn't. And maybe I'll go back, and I've even wondered, I'm like, would it be weird if I went back and commented now? But if you're watching this video and you watched that video and you commented, thank you so much. And that's it. So when the time is right, I'll see you misfits in the next one. Peace.